Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today I wanted to do a reading on what's on the surface of Earth's moon. So there's been a couple things out there. Remember, I've seen some readings. I've looked at like why haven't NASA gone back to the moon? But like apparently they're trying to put like rockets together now, and like we're going to go back to the moon and see things. Like, okay, so why haven't we been there for like the last 50 years then? Like, I have questions. Like, we were there, we could do something. We were studying and doing stuff and everything, and then now it's like, and then they stopped, and I'm like, but why? What's up there that they don't want to be up there anymore? So, with that, I just wanted to see what's on the Earth's moon. We can have a whole moon conspiracy going down. Like, did we actually go to the moon? Was the moon landing faked? Like, that can be a completely different topic. But I wanted to see. Let's look at the moon and see what's actually up there. Is there anything up there? And go from there. So, the deck that I'm using today is called the Musician's Tarot. So, if you guys want to go look that up, feel free. Otherwise, just my typical disclaimer. Just remember, everything that I'm going to be sharing here today is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Nothing I'm saying here is fact, only my opinion. So, if you guys want to take into consideration what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts and opinions and ideas, please do so. If you don't have to. So, come on. All right, I see we're just going to have difficulties shuffling today. So that's just like the one couple big things with my disclaimers out of the way. But yeah, like what's up on the moon that we have like not gone up there for like, I don't know, 50 years? So I am just curious because like we get up there allegedly, for those who are moon conspiracy theorists, like did we actually land on the moon? Like, I don't know. Let's just see what's up there. And maybe we can get a little bit of, hey, do we know if it was actually real? So, let's just take a look at the situation. What's up on the moon? We have the Page of Coins. Well, someone's up there. All alleged in my entertainment purposes only brain. I think someone's up there. Or at least some sort of species is up there. Because with the Page of Coins coming out, it's like, oh, there's money or resources on the moon that like we know, like that we know about, that we can get, that we can harvest, that we can use for other purposes. Because the Page of Coins is also about new opportunities, new things, business deals. So I think there's something or someone up there that we have, and there's like, it's also resources, and because I'm getting drawn to the mountains in the back, and I'm like, I feel like there's like mining of some sort, or like mining is like a big thing of the moon for some reason. But with the Five of Swords is like internal obstacles, sorry, or influences, sorry, direct influences on what's going on up there. There's some fighting essentially going on up there. I don't know if there's fighting for resources, fighting for different things, but it's like there's tension in the group, or whoever or whatever's up there. There's a tension there. It feels like, and it's like a palpable tension of like, are you sure you want to? It's like, do you want to put your It's like, do you want to step your foot in that hornet's nest, essentially? Do you really want to step in that? Because, like, once you step into it, it's like everything comes flying at you. Yeah. There's definitely, in my opinion, resources up there that they want, or I should say, that there's, like, someone up there, they want this. They want these resources. They want them badly. I would even think the people on Earth want these resources badly. Like, I'm just getting, like, the image to my head of, like, oh, we brought these samples back. And it's like, oh, once we have these samples, it's like, but we don't have these minerals or these materials here on Earth. Like, but if we had them, we could do amazing things with them. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here with the Judgment card. It's also like, if we knew what was up there, I think a lot more people would want to go to the moon themselves. Like, there would be a whole space race, I think, amongst private industry if we knew the types of resources that were up there. But remember, we also have this group up there. The hopes and fears is like the fool. So it's like, we aren't thinking it through completely. Like, the hope is that, oh, we get to go up there, la di da. We get our resources, you get your resources. We can have an equal opportunity exchange here, and it's like, really, you can't, because like there's not harmony. It's like I said, there's tension, there's fighting, of people up, I think, on the moon, but also not just on the moon, but like with the resources there, there's also internal conflict. It feels like within like the groups that are there themselves. So it's like I said, if you want to go up there, go up there. But if you do, just be mindful that you're stepping into a shit show, essentially, is how I would like to classify it. Yep, and there's the Eight of Swords as unseen obstacles. It's like Eight of Swords is like you're a victim of your own circumstance. So if you go up there, you somewhat know what you're getting into, but you don't exactly know. And if you're going to go up there, like, watch your back. You're probably going to get stabbed a few times. They're going to have the pew pew laser guns going, is what I'm kind of seeing here. So, like, why haven't we gone back to the moon? It seems like there's a lot of, it's like, we don't want to have to deal with this because this seems like something beyond our pay grade typically. But like I said, it's all over. There's some sort of resource on the moon. It feels like that a bunch of people or a bunch of civilizations or organisms or cultures want, that's there. And if people on Earth knew what was going on up there, there would be more money put towards it. But at the moment, it's like we have bigger issues. And if we want to really go up there, like, we're putting ourselves in a weakened position, it feels like, because it's like we have things that we need to deal with more here than up there. The challenges is like trying to communicate what's up there, because I think there's a lot of people that are like, we know the truth, we know what's up there, but now it's trying to, I think, are they trying to break the news of like what's up there, and like that's the challenge that they're facing. Interesting, because it's almost like we want to, it's like we aren't saying one thing and doing another. It's, oh, excuse me, it's like we're trying to manipulate the narrative here to try and, one, protect ourselves, but also make sure that we don't step in shit more than we already have. And that's the challenge. It's also, I think, looking at media and using media to try and not, to try and like quell rumors or quell things or make things go away or die down. Interesting. What's going for us? The Nine of Cups. There's resources, there's money, there's wealth, there's materialism, there's stuff up there that could make, that like could help the earth as a whole, and it's up there. It can be used. It's just, how can we get it, how do we get it there, or how do we get it from there down here without causing essentially a hornet's nest to erupt and come at us, is what it's really feeling like. Yep, in the past, it's the Four of Cups. We're trying to ignore what we obviously can see. We obviously can see that there's a problem, but we're actively ignoring it, or we're actively ignoring that that's a thing up there. I don't think that's going to be the case much longer, because in the future here, it's the Seven of Coins, which is like, okay, we need to go back up there. We need to figure out what's going on. We need to kind of put our feet on the ground, do some whatever we need to do, because we need these resources to continue progressing or moving forward, is what it feels like. and we need to we need to get rid of some of this tension that's up there so we can also get our foot in the ground there. Interesting. So with this group of people with this page of coins, which I think is another group or civilization or something, what do they want us up there? Or do they want to kind of keep all the resources to themselves? Or are they willing to, all alleged in my opinion, are they wanting to, can they essentially, do they want to have a deal with us earthlings? Would they be willing to make a deal? Would they be willing to let us up there to do some research or get some minerals or do the mining how we want to do? Question mark. Like, would they be willing? Is this something to do, or do they have bigger fish to fry, like within their own within their own ranks? Let's see. Okay. Oh, Two of Cups. Okay, this is the situation. It's building a relationship, it feels like. The High Priestess. All about contracts. We would be willing to put a contract together for you. We would love to, but you need to give us something in return. The Empress. With the Empress showing up, I see the Empress in this case as the Earth. It's like, oh, you want to, like, yeah, we can have an exchange. We can do a good for good. You need to give us stuff that we want from Earth, though. The Four of Cups the hopes and fears here, though, is that Four of Cups, we don't, it's like, are we giving too much or are we not giving enough? It's like we want to just keep ignoring this problem, but we can't. The hopes and fears is that we can just keep ignoring this because we really don't want to. We're willing to, but we don't want to. Unseen obstacles is the Ten of Coins. It's like the money isn't worth it, or the resources that we would need to give, I don't think it would be worth it. Interesting. The challenge is the Knight of Wands. We've done, I think in the past, there's been like, we've gone kind of feet first into this situation, and we did not, people weren't prepared for what was kind of coming. So like we sent off like what's the word I want to use? We sent off the young gun guy who has not a diplomatic soul in his body to kind of do things, and then like they were ill prepared when it came to communicating or trying to set deals or take things back, and it's only by like the grace of God that like they let people come back in one piece, because like, you stay quiet, we'll be fine. Capiche? Capiche. Take what you want, or no, this is what you're allowed to take, and then now leave us alone. Okay, what's going for them? I think they do want to have a relationship. They see, like I'm seeing the Earth, they see resources on Earth that they want, and they'd be willing to barter for, that they'd be willing to get and have and do all sorts of shenaniganery with. Like, they see a big thing, but I'm wondering, in the past, they've tried putting together this bargain in the past, though. They've tried doing this, but something fell through, and in the future here, it's like, do we really want to, it's like, how do we want to put this? There's more strings attached to having these deals put through than what we realize. There's more strings attached. There's more, because we already don't understand what we like to call international politics. We don't need intergalactic politics on top of it all. If we need to go a little bit with Star Wars here, but it's like, this is now like space intergalactic sort of negotiations, and that gets really tricky, it feels like, because I'm almost wondering if like the group that's up there, they're like, well, we need to get stuff, but like they're not the ones who are like the diplomats or the people who can make the deals, is kind of what it's feeling like. So an example for us to kind of understand. So you know how say, okay, so we have Joe Schmo, who's like the mayor of, I don't know, Chicago. Joe Schmo, the mayor of Chicago, is now getting sent over to, let's say, Russia. We're sending him to Russia. Moscow, Russia. That's where we sent him. And we need Joe Schmo, the mayor of Chicago, to barter an intergalactic peace deal. Not a peace deal, not intergalactic, but we need him to broker in a goods deal where Chicago is going to supply Moscow a ton of, I don't know, pierogies. And then Russia is going to then provide like natural gas. And like that's the deal here. And it's like we don't have like, so it's like we're sending a mayor, not like our vice president, to broker a deal for natural resources or goods, like natural gas, and we're trying to barter with like a pierogi from like Chicago. So that's kind of like the weird analogy that I'm feeling like, where the people, where I'm thinking the group that's on the moon is like Chicago, and it's like the mayor from Chicago, and the people on Earth are like the diplomats of Russia. And that's kind of what it's feeling like a little bit here, where it's like they don't have the authority to broker these types of deals, but it's something that they're heavily considering. They would like to, but they don't think they have like the authority to. Interesting. Okay. So that's that group. I want to see what's going on with like the world peacemakers or intergalactic people. Like, would they like to make a deal with the people on the moon? I think they do, but let's take a look, see what the cards say. Do the people of Earth want, or I should say, the people who are trying to broker the deal with the people on the moon, or wanting to broker, do they want to actually broker this deal? And if so, why? At the center of it all, let's see what they want. I don't know if they want to broker a deal so much as they see the opportunity. They see the opportunity for them to make for a deal. They're still thinking about it. The jury's out quite right now, because I'm not sure it's like we don't understand completely what's going on up there. However, they see a brand new opportunity. There's a lot of money, I think, to be made. There's also, however, a lot of headaches that come with it, with resources that are on the moon and brokering this deal. They see new business ventures, new people. With the Ace of Wands in the position of financial influences, it's like there's a brand new idea here. There's brand new businesses. There's brand new money being able to be generated and income coming in. However, like direct influences is that I don't think we know what we're doing. We don't know how to broker. We don't know what they want. We don't know how to barter right now, because I don't know if there's like a language communication issue, or if there's like we aren't understanding completely what their needs are, because it feels like there's a little bit of discommunication or miscommunication between the two groups, because like we're hiding things, they're hiding things, and vice versa, from like what is their real intention or goal with this whole operation going on the moon. Also, if this isn't your cup of tea, I know we're pretty far in, but like we went down the rabbit hole into woo-woo land real quick, real fast. So I appreciate everyone who's kind of stayed with me so far. If not, I mean, I think we're about to go down to woo-woo land a little bit farther. So, oh my gosh, there's so much Wands energy here. The hopes and fears here is that With the Three of Wands, it's like we have a new business venture dealio type thing, but it's like, are they going to want more and more and more and more, or who else wants a piece of the pie? It kind of feels like here. It's like it's not just good if we have. There's not just two people who are looking for the piece of the pie. It's like, oh no, now another person wants to come in. Because like with the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Wands showing up, it's like, okay, we're willing to make a deal with people, with another group. But it's like now we're afraid that there's going to be another group that wants to get in on the piece of this. Another one. It's like now we have to keep splitting it down, and like the resources that we want, they're so finite. They're finite. So, and now with a finite resource, the more that you divvy it up, the less share everyone gets. Okay, unseen obstacles, the Three of Cups. There's more than one group, or more than there. It feels like there's like 4 or 5 groups that are all kind of vying for the same resources that are on the moon, and that's I think with Earth, people of Earth. There's a lot of people who are vying for it. Like, I don't know why like Elon Musk comes to mind. But it's like, it's not just him who wants stuff on the moon. It's like, there's other groups, other people. There's a lot of people who want to put money behind this. There's a resource up there that I think, all legend in my opinion, that a lot of people want. And it's like, leads to making more money down the line and trying to find it, because it's like, it's a very finite resource. So the more people that have access to it, the more accessible it is. But it's like, no, we want to have like a monopoly on it. Okay, the challenge. There's the King of Swords. Like I said, I think there's contract issues, and like when it comes to brokering a deal with the people who are already on the moon, there's a lot of legal issues when it comes to it. One, too many cooks in the kitchen, all legend in my opinion, but also, I think, like I said before, I think there's a communication barrier, and people don't know, there's too much ambiguity of what to give, so we aren't giving too much to the people on the moon, so it's an equal exchange is what it feels like. We don't know the contract terms. We don't know what this all means. We don't know the concept or the grand scheme of what this all is. The example that kind of comes to my mind is like when the European settlers came over to America and made deals or treaties with the Aboriginals of, or the Native Americans of America. And it's like the Europeans kind of screwed the Native Americans out of their land. And that's kind of, I think, the issue or challenge here, is that we're trying to make sure that us as Earthlings don't get screwed out of our land, or our resources that we do have. And that's kind of feels like the big challenge right now, that we're facing when it comes to putting together like treaties and going to the moon and getting these business ventures and trying to organize things with this group that's already there. Things that are going for us, though. The thing is, we've ignored it this thus far. Like, that's what's going for us right now, is that we've ignored it, which is kind of scary to see, because it's like, when you ignore it, you don't bring it up, you aren't pushing it, you aren't trying to do things with it, like, that's a good thing. You're walking away from the situation. So it's like, we have other issues to worry about. This isn't like the top of the line. In like 50 years from now, this might be a thing, but right now there's other things that need to be addressed. So interesting here. That's what's going for us. This is like with these people, is that they just aren't dealing with it. Even though there's money to be made and things to be done, it's like there's other situations that are needing to be dealt with first. Okay. In the past, the Three of Coins. I wonder if there were treaties before with the group of people that were on the moon, and then like those treaties have kind of like fallen by the wayside. And like they're either old, or they're out of date, or people want to get them changed because like they're like old terms just don't suit them anymore, or they just don't apply anymore. But with the Three of Coins in the past, it's like it does feel like there were agreements in place before, Maybe this was like with older civilizations, is what it's kind of feeling like to me. I don't think it's been anything super recent. Maybe like 500, 600 years ago recent, but nothing more than that. Uh, Maybe even thousands of years. But like I'm saying, this does feel like, yes, there were agreements in place, but either they've expired or they're outdated or they just don't apply anymore. Okay. And then in the future, the Two of Cups. Like I said, there is agreement that people want to put together. They want to get this. They want to have a piece of the pie. They want to have a relationship with this group. However, I don't think I'm not seeing a good relationship, or not even a good relationship. I'm seeing this group or these people of these contracts essentially. What I'm seeing here is, I'm not sure they're coming. I think there's going to be a barter or a deal made. So like if you see like new technology coming out that's like kind of advanced or ahead of its time, like I wouldn't doubt like, look to the moon because that's probably where these resources came from. However, I do see that there is it's not a harmonious agreement though. Yes, the Two of Cups is upright, but I don't read reversals in this deck. But what I'm feeling here is I don't see this as a good working relationship moving forward anytime soon. Like I said, there's way too many people who have their own thoughts and opinions and ideas here on Earth right now who kind of want what they want. And I think that's going to cause a lot of issues when it comes to building a relationship with these people who are on the moon and getting those resources that are up there. So that's what I'm feeling here for my moon people. If you guys like this, or if you're just like, you're crazy, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, thank you guys so very much for watching. I appreciate everyone who's either hit that like button or subscribe button. If you guys are interested, I have done a reading on what's on Mars. Are there aliens there? So if you're interested in that, I'm going to try and remember to link that here at the end of the video. Otherwise, thank you so very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!